I'm delighted to say that we are back in business. The computer is all set up in Singapore. We are in our temporary accommodation. Let's crack on. Roll the intro. Oh man, it feels good to say that. Hello and welcome back to the Journeyman Save. It's been a very long break, but we're back. We are back. We are at Napoli. It's been about 3 weeks, I think, since I've put out an episode and played this game. It's incredible. Yeah, it's incredible. I missed it. I missed Football Manager. I missed doing the YouTube channel. I missed doing the series. But yeah, it's going to be interesting. It's going to be very interesting to see who we take off. Now, we are at Napoli. We just won the Bundesliga with Bayer Leverkusen and then jumped ship because that's what we said we'd do if we won the Bundesliga. And we found ourselves at Napoli. There's been a few ins and outs if we look at the history, transfer history. Outwise, I've sold these guys. Oscar Vilodo, who's 25, who's sitting in our reserve, so I was happy to get some money for him. I got 2.3 million. He's doing pretty well at Club Brugge at the moment. And I sold Cirio Moretta to AC Milan for £50 million. He was worth around about 26, I think. So they offered 24 and I went, give me 50, and they did. He was obviously very good last year for Napoli, scoring 17 in 33 goals, but he's not here anymore, so we won't worry about him. All these free transfers were signed by my director of football because he really likes signing rubbish young players, young Italians to be honest, and they're all pretty terrible. He doesn't look too bad, but potentially isn't very good. Apart from Rolando Mandragora, who we have bought as a bit of cover in holding midfield, centre midfield, and centre back. Looks pretty good. Had a good season at Roma last year, been pretty consistent, had one poor one there. They paid 8.5 million for him from Sporting, who paid 6.25 million for him from Juventus. So comes with a bit of pedigree. He's a little bit older at 29, but not too bad. We've also bought in none of these because they weren't ours. Brett Higgins has joined us. Callum Bacon has joined us. Lovro's joined us. Welcome back aboard the CLF banter bus, if we call it that. We've also paid money for Carlo Evangelisti from Juventus, 4.7 million. I think he is a steal at that price, to be honest, for 4.7 million. Very good. They paid 13.75 million for him. Only played 6 games and then didn't fancy him anymore. So we bought him for 4.7 million. We've got a right back, Benvenuto Biocco, who looks pretty good. We probably overpaid a little bit at 15 million. Wolfsburg making a very healthy profit on that. But I do think he looks pretty good. Good tackling, decent marking, good determination, good concentration, good teamwork, good positioning, good stamina, good strength. Everything you need as a right back. After him, we brought in another right back on loan, Zoran Janjevic from Southampton again. Good, decent stats all round, nothing too bad. We're paying 2.1 million to have him on loan for the season. Hasn't done brilliantly since he left Rijeka in Croatia. That seems to be his level, but we'll see how he gets on in the Serie A. Then we had a few more frees, and we've just loaned in Angel Correa from Barcelona, who he's done pretty well when he's got a lot of games in, to be fair. He's not continually scoring goals, but he'll be a good backup for anywhere across the middle and this left wing spot that we're playing. I have bought over the 4-4-2 from Bayern Munich, and in pre-season it went okay if we look at the schedule. We drew with our feeder club, which was pretty rubbish. Then we beat Lille 2-1. We drew with Celta Vigo 1-1, and we went away to AS St Etienne and won 3-1. We beat Roma away 6-0 in a friendly, and we've lost the Super Cup 2-0 to Juventus, which I wasn't too fussed about. We actually played quite well. It was away in America, so I used it as a pre-season game. But yeah, we did pretty well in it, to be honest. And the game we're going to have today is the first league game of the Serie A at home to AC Milan, who of course have got their new £50 million striker up front that they bought off us. And yeah, that's what we're going to do. But before that, we've got some very important news, and it's the Europa League group stages. So let's crack into it and see who we get. We are a top seed, so we are in Group B. Group B is who we're looking out for. Now, there are some pretty big names in all of these, especially in the C2. So Celta Vigo, we've already drawn with them in pre-season, or we drew with them. Southampton, pretty big name. Everybody else, I'm pretty confident against. Leicester, Fenerbahce, Hamburg, Aberdeen, cracking in there. Well done, Aberdeen. And then the 4th seeds are all pretty rubbish, and we'll take anyone. So PAOK going against A Gant. We get Besiktas, which is probably the hardest one. Copenhagen in there, and then we'll just skip all of these and go into the 3rd seed. So Leicester go in there. We get Schalke, which again, probably one of the hardest ones that you could have got. And 4th seed, Osijek from Croatia. We get Serbian team Vojvodina, who I don't even need to look. They probably won't have anyone good. And then we'll leave it there. So there's our group. Napoli, Besiktas, Vojvodina, and Schalke, or Gelsenkirchen. For some reason, I'm not too sure. Why are they called Gelsenkirchen? Does anyone know? Also, if you've got any questions, comments, things, anything like that about Singapore, leave it below and I'll answer it, because Singapore is amazing. It's very, very, very good. Right, now we've done that draw, we'll just press continue and go through the game a little bit more. As you see, the window closes the day after the game. So I'm not looking to bring in any other players. I wouldn't mind bringing in a goalkeeper, but there's really no good ones around to improve us. So I'm not that fussed. Harry Maguire is available, but I don't want him because he's 33 and he's Harry Maguire. Actually, I really like Harry Maguire. I'm really happy. I think he's been very good. What do I think about it? I don't want to tell you. I'm going to decline that press conference. But yeah, Napoli is interesting. It's going okay. We'll have to see what happens when we face AC Milan and see how we get up to. Yeah, thanks for warning me about Duccio Bordigoni, who does look pretty damn good, to be honest. Pre-match, let's send the assistant to that. But yeah, so far, Singapore has been brilliant. So we're currently in a temporary accommodation. Sorry it's taken longer than I would have hoped to get the PC set up and get everything doing, but I've got so much on with work at the moment, which is why we're here. And yeah, you know, I get in from work. It's not like Bristol. When I was in Bristol, I could do like 7:30 until like 3:30, get in and record a video before my wife got in from work. Now, when I get in from work, she's already here because I get up at about 6:30 or 7ish, and I get in from work at about 6:30, 7ish. So yeah, she's already here. So I end up spending the evenings, obviously, chatting to my wife, and then we go out for dinner, and then we come back, and we've only got one little. Well, I say little. We've got one living room in here and a bedroom, and that's pretty much all we've got. So I can't really record a video while she's watching TV because the TV's right there. So it's sort of get in the way, and there'll be too much noise. But in the permanent accommodation that we've just signed up for, we do have 3 beds and a lounge and a kitchen. So there'll be plenty of space for me to record videos. I'm not promising any sort of schedule about when my videos are going to come up. They're just going to sort of happen as and when they do. So I'm recording this one today, which is Tuesday, because it's a public holiday over here. We get a random public holiday on Tuesday, and so that's what we're going to do. I'm recording this one today, and I'm hopefully going to schedule it for, well, hopefully tomorrow. Hopefully I'll get it uploaded so that it can come out midday GMT British time, midday tomorrow. And then we'll see how it goes. But I've got lots of things on at the moment. I've already found a football team, which is great. I'm out with my friends that already live over here, which again is great. I'm going to go and watch a Singaporean Premier League game tomorrow night, which will be interesting. I've been told the standard isn't very good. But yeah, I picked a team. On that as well, there was chat about, this is the team we're going to use. I'm just going to jump straight into it. You know, I did mention I could set up another series regarding taking over a team in Singapore, the team that is closest to me now. The team that is close to me now is the Young Lions, who are, I hate this formation. This is what Juventus used, and I really struggled against it. But we'll crack on. We live near the stadium. I can't remember what it's called, but we live near a stadium which hosts the Young Lions, who I think is the under-23 Singaporean national team, who play in the Premier League. So I'm going to go and watch them tomorrow and see see what it's like, really, and see what it's all about. So we have their formation up here. We don't need the league title, the league table and things like that yet, but hopefully this is all going to be recording okay, and hopefully I can get the video out today and get it onto YouTube for render. Well, get it rendered and then onto YouTube overnight maybe, and we'll see what happens. But so far, Singapore has been really, really good, really enjoyable. Works great, very busy. But yeah, it all seems to be going pretty well at the moment. So how are you guys? Again, let me know down in the comments, what have you been up to? Brett Higgins has been watching my Maribor save, and he's been commented it's very impressive to see how much better my editing has got and how much better I've got at doing this since then. So if you want a little laugh, go back and watch the first episode of that, and it's really, really bad. That's not Brett's words, they're my words. I know it's really, really bad. But yeah. So there'll be a bit of a delay again in some videos when we move to the permanent accommodation as we can shoot that. Yes, Orsolini on the right wing comes in and gets us a goal against AC Milan, which is wonderful, wonderful stuff. Janjevich getting the assist. So Janjevich with a throw-in into Zielinski, back to Janjevich, and then we'll go through. You'll meet some players in the teams as Orsolini pounces. I don't know how that's been credited as assist to the guy who took the throw when it was quite clearly passed to the goal scorer. Janjevich with another throw, Zielinski into Orsolini. Madragora is tackled, and Upamenko he's got sent off, hasn't he, in the first half? He's got sent off in 35 minutes. Now, this is a guy who's kicked up a massive fuss about wanting to go and leave to join a new team. Basically, I said no. I said, no, you're staying here. And he didn't like it. So, Petagana is going to come off, and we're going to have to bring on Stefan Savic, which is not really what I wanted to do. But we will bring him on. Callum Bacon can stay up there on your own, lad. I've got faith, Callum. I've got faith in you. You can go out there and get another goal. So a veteran centre-back replaces an experienced striker. And we're down to 10 men for the rest of the game, which is a tad annoying. It's a tad annoying. It's very annoying. But it is a game we are pretty much dominating at the moment. We've only had 2 shots on target and one of them's gone in. But possession-wise, we're bossing it. Shots-wise, we are restricting them quite a lot, which is good to see. I'm going to say assertively, yeah. Keep your performance levels up. Yeah, I'm going to passionately, a lot more to come. Let's go for the classic. There's a lot more to come from everybody. There is actually a lot more to come from Callum up front. I love the fact that the guy, Upamenko, who got sent off, is still motivated. Even though he got sent off, he's still, happy. I'm pretty sure he's not allowed to be in the dressing room once he gets sent off if it's before half-time, but I don't know, I might be making that up. But anyway, so obviously lots has happened. Man City have won the Premier League. Chelsea beat my beloved Man United in the Cup final, which I actually stayed up to watch in Singapore, and it kicked off at 2 o'clock in the morning, so that was fun. As Zucchini fires in a free kick. Lovro! On his debut just over the bar. As Milan have changed to a 4-2-4. Callum Bacon is really not having a good game, so I think we're going to haul you off after an hour, and we're going to give Angel Caleo a chance up front, and we're just going to drop him back to a complete forward on support. Is that too defensive? Yeah, we'll complete forward on attack and see what happens there. If anyone's interested, that's the instructions that we used. I accidentally clicked. But yeah, so I watched that with my friends. The Champions League final, I got up and set an alarm. I watched that. That kicked off at 3:45, I think, in the morning, or 3:30 in the morning here. So I set an alarm and got up for that, and then went back to sleep when it finished. And that was a bit annoying. I feel sorry for Mo Salah getting an injury. I hope he can make the World Cup. And speaking of the World Cup, if you look at a guy on YouTube, as we're getting behind Zielinski, he's got to score, Zucchini. He has to score that and make it 2-0. If you check out a guy called Control Goddammit on YouTube, I've been retweeting some of the videos he's done because I'm in it. And it was the Football Manager World Cup. And I got Egypt. And I know how much Mohamed Salah is like... He will determine whether Egypt do well or not. So I really hope that he can go to the World Cup and he recovers in time. Even if he can only play in like the last group stage game, it may make a difference to them. As that's a long ball forward. Lovro picks up. Lovro's had a pretty good debut, to be honest. Back to Mavogo. No, it's not Lovro's debut because he played against Juventus in the Cup. But he's had a very good league debut. As this looks like it could be a chance as Michele comes forward into Levy. Levy ball across and Bordigioni, the guy that I was warned about before the game, has put a ball in the back of the net as Buscilla runs on, and then Bordigoni into Michele out to Levy, and Levy just fired across all the way, and no one, well, we were trying to track the run, but it was Janjevic who just couldn't keep in front of his man, and that makes it 1-1. That is frustrating, but yeah. So 78 minutes gone. And we've done really well. We've had 10 men and we've kept our shape to try and attack them as Mandragora into Zacchini. He's got Hendricks on the overlap, doesn't use him, but Mandragora picks him out really well. Hendricks is looking to get in behind. Ball across. Correa! Yes! Angel Correa. That is his debut. Great goal from Angel Correa. Number 17, signed on loan from Barcelona. And I said here, didn't I? Zacchini's got an overlap, doesn't use him, and then Mandragora picks him out wonderfully well. Hendricks gets down to the byline, and Correa's there for a nice little header past the outstretched goalkeeper. Donnarumma still in goal for Milan, as they've just brought on Coutinho. Palacios will pick that headed clearance up, and it's come to Coutinho on the edge, who shoots and hits the post, and Hendricks managed to scramble it away. We are going to drop. Do I want to drop to defensive? I don't think I do. I don't really want to change too much as Correa loses out in the edge of the box. Coutinho shoots. He's hit the post and Savic gets in and gets it away. And I think we need some fresh legs on. Possibly in the middle of the park. Zielinski, I might take off. He's just a very, very big player for us. So Zielinski... Yeah, Zielinski off, Brett Higgins on. That's what we're going to go for because everybody else is playing really well, and I can't really take Savic off because A, I don't have another centre back on the bench, and B, he came on as a sub. I think that's what we're going to do. We might just drop. Tell you what, we're going to drop Janjevic. Just going to keep these guys back. Defensive fullback on defend. Defensive fullback on defend. Hendricks is incredible. He's someone that I was going to try and sell, but his versatility is very, very good. We're going to stay on standard. I don't really want to go to defensive or counter-attacking as we bring on Brett Higgins, who's now bald, by the way. I've just realised that. You were never bald before. But yeah, Brett Higgins, you've moved to Italy and shaved all your hair off. So there you go. Orsolini is tackled. Bordigoni comes forward. Oh, and Lovro's just misjudged the bounce. What a save from Mavogo. Absolutely wonderful. As we tick into injury time, 5 minutes of injury time, Lovro wins that header. Orsolini, I was going to say, if he got that ball, had a free run at goal, but there's not too much happening here. As can we end the game with the win? Bordigoni to Moretta, Coutinho back to Moretta, Mavogo with a save, and then he pounces on the rebound as well. Fantastic goalkeeping from the man who I was quite... trying to replace quite hard as Zacchini picks it up into Correa to Brett Higgins, out to Zacchini. We should just hold on to the ball. And there's the full-time whistle, and we start the Serie A season with a win over one of our really big rivals when we're down to 10 men for a hell of a lot of the game. So that is absolutely superb. And now there's a big international break, so we play one game. We get up to 5th, which is good. The board want us to get into the Europa League with a league position. So that should be quite easy. Something that I'm hoping that we can do, as the Bournemouth boss was looking after Kobe Levy, who is from AC Milan, who is wanted and is a striker, which we could do with another striker, to be honest. I'm not too sure if part of me is like, I think I should get another striker in, because Vujovic probably could do with some time out on loan. He is pretty good. He was in our youth team. And he's been out on loan a couple of times, not scoring too many goals while he was out there. And then our other backup is Angel Correa and Antonio Oggiani, who is someone I'd quite like to loan out, because I just don't think he's ready for our level yet. So, yeah, we'll have to see. If a striker becomes available on the deadline day window, you'll find out in the next episode, which will be... maybe the game against Schalke, or maybe we'll do an easy game in the Europa League. Yeah, I think we'll do this one. I think we'll do Vojvodina and either Palermo and Frosinone. And then after that will be probably Schalke and Udinese as well. So yeah, we'll leave this episode there. Thank you very much for watching, guys. It is great to be back. Please leave a like, leave a comment, all of that good stuff that you normally do. And if you're new, why not hit the subscribe button? I've actually got loads of subscribers that have joined the channel since I've been on that hiatus of moving to Singapore. But we're back. Let me know if you'd like to see a Singapore series as well. Obviously, it would eat into how many of these I can get out. So if you'd prefer to see the Journeyman, or we pick an end for the Journeyman and we say, you know, once we won the Champions League, that's the end of the Journeyman save. And then we'll start the Singapore save. But just let me know what you guys are thinking. I hope everybody's doing really well out there. Any questions about Singapore, let me know down below, and I'll feed back what the Premier League game is like tomorrow. But for now, I'm out. Cheers.